So welcome back to Digger Detecting, guys. Welcome also to another adventure as we make our way through this paddock over to an old house site. I've got a map at home and I can see a little dot on a map down by the creek here, and I've been wanting to get over here for quite some time. It was only when I was speaking to Betty the other week in my video, and she actually said, "Mate, have you been down to the old house site near the creek?" And it is actually still owned, government owned, by the school. It's the old pony paddock where we used to tie our horses up. So here we are, getting down here today to try and suss out what we can find with the Equinox 900 and that little 6-inch coil. Straight away, I think we are right on the money. I can see bulbs, I can see a boxthorn hedge, I can even see an old peppercorn tree. So we're going to continue on a little bit further. As soon as we flick this detector on, I'm certain we're going to start pulling out wonderful old coins and relics from this brand new site. Let's see how we go. So we've just been having a quick walk around this site, guys, and to be honest, I am quite impressed with what I'm seeing straight away. And not only that, we literally turned the detector on and we've already got our first coin. I've also been walking off over to the river there, and I just had a quick scout out because if there was a house site here and there's a river running directly over the bank there, where do you think all the bottles and the rubbish would have been thrown? And that is also where you want to concentrate at these old house sites. It's great to be working around where the house site was, but some of the best finds will come out from where the rubbish dumping was taking place. So very, very interesting. Anyway, enough talking. Let's show you what I found. I can't help but be looking around. There's just so much stuff here. I can't believe I've never been down here. So there is a school up the front, and we have hunted that before. And going off a bit of a tip there from Betty the other week, she said, "Mate, did you know there used to be an old house down the back there?" I said, "Betty, I had no idea." I went home and checked one of my maps, and sure enough, she was dead right. So pretty cool to be getting here. And now we're going to see what we can find. That there looks like a little half rue penny, and he was ringing up quite high. Zoom in there. I can just see the outline of a kangaroo. So little half rue penny, that guy, into the pouch. But I tell you what, we literally just turned the detector on, and bingo, we hit on that coin straight away. So let's keep humming around here. I think this is the place to be to begin with, and we'll make our way off towards the bank of the river and see what else comes out. Wow, there is a lot of targets here. We just hit on another high signal right here and another high 80 odd signal right off to the side. So little copper ring for that guy. We're just going to be concentrating on those high signals for the short time that we have here today, because ideally you just want to suss these sites out when first coming to them, and then you can always come back and rework them. So let's go after this next guy together. Quite a bit there. There's a little low signal beside him. See if we can just clear that away a bit. We just want to chase the high signal. Right, let's just stick the shovel in. We have pinpointed him a little bit there. It's a very, excuse me, very trashy, dumpy area. Right, something over the back there. We still have not got him out. Another coin. I think so. Oh, look at that. We're going to nail it here today. We really are. So we had the little copper washer coming out at an 80. And the high signal there happens to be a full rue penny. Isn't that awesome? 1951, that guy. So I'm hoping to hit on something a little bit earlier here today. Something around the late 1800s would be good, because I know that the school has some very early history. We'll just have to see how we go. I tell you what, the amount of glass that's laying around here, I'm being distracted because I'm really keeping my eyes out for marbles. I don't know if this was, occupied with kids, but we're going to keep our eyes out, eyes open, not out, open, and we're going to try and spot a marble today, because there is just stuff everywhere. Wow, what an amazing sight. Let's keep going on that detector. Aha, so you know what that is, don't you? That's part of an old toy cap gun. That means there could have been kids here. That means there could be marbles here. Oh, I tell you what, I'm getting excited. That is just awesome. That was our next target, straight after the penny too. That's a little lever arm off a toy cap gun. Let's see if we can find the rest. Well, I tell you, Betty is my new best friend. Going off that little hot tip there the other week from Betty when we got speaking to her about the old house site down here, I knew I had to come and check it out. She said, mate, I went to school up the road and I always remember the old house down along by the river. So look, coming down here, we've already pulled a little half penny just out of there, what you didn't see. We got the little half penny to start with, and then we got the full penny in between. Well, standing back up, and it is that easy. We've got another coin right there, which I presume to be another little half penny, just like what I just pulled out of this guy, that hole there. So let's get the pinpointer out. I'm super excited. I'm also time limited today, but I tell you, and the small time, where's my watch? There it is, 10:27, and the small amount of time that we have, we are going to kill it today. And I tell you, I'd love to find a silver coin to go with it too, especially a florin, number 5 that would put us. Catch up with Royston, how good would that be? But look, we're going to work this site today, just quickly, see what we can make of it. Oh, not a coin. Not a coin at all. Part of an old window latch or something, I think. We're going to work this site quickly though today, see what we can make of it, try and find a marble, try and find a florin, try and find a silver coin in general. And we can always come back here and rework this site again. And remember, we've still got a heap of work to do in Betty's paddock and the race course. Well, I've been to some crazy sites over the years, and some stand out from the rest, as you can imagine. This one is definitely a standout site. We've just been digging away for the last probably 10 minutes. We've got a fork. We've moved along, we've got a bit of a Hansel and Gretel trail. We've moved along and we've got ourselves a half rue penny. Keep moving to our next target. We found a full rue penny. We continued on along here, and to be honest, we started hitting on a bit of rubbish. We've got a Rosella bottle top lid and an old little drinking cup, little alloy drinking cup, nice high sounding signals. So we turned around, we come back over here, bingo, half penny. Bingo, full penny, another, well, not coin, little great piece, little vent, a great find. So we continue walking over here, and our next target was another penny. So look at that, a fork, a fork, 1 penny, 2 penny, 3 penny, 4, 5, if the dirt will come off, 5 pennies straight away within 10 minutes, and a fork, and a great little find. So how awesome is that? This site, as I said, there is some standout sites that I do remember in the past hunting, and look, some can be the most or the least obvious sites. You know, I go to some of these magnificent sites, and you know, you think, oh my god, there's going to be treasures coming out of this place galore, and then there isn't. And then you go to sites like this, which are very, very inconspicuous, you know, just a few gum trees, a boxthorn hedge, we've got a few rose bushes around behind us there to the side, and even a few of these bulbs coming up. So look, even or what I should say is the inconspicuous sites, some of the most, or the least obvious sites, or the ones that, you know, no one knows about, are the most productive, and it's just amazing, because some of these grandiose old sites that I go to, generally a lot of time they've been landscaped, you know, dirt's been trucked in, dirt's been taken out, garden beds have been put in over top of stuff, and it's all been lost, all the history's been taken away or buried or lost. So these old sites, nothing's taken place since the time of occupation, really are the best sites to get to and work and hunt with the detector, because I tell you what, you just seen it there, 5 pennies along the little Hansel and Gretel trail. We are doing amazing. Let's keep going. Well, how cool is this little guy? We're just humming around, picking up coin after coin after coin, as you can well imagine. And the next one we thought was going to be a coin, it turns out to be a little New Zealand Kiwi, a sterling silver badge. How magnificent is that? We can see sterling hallmark printed on the back, so it is quite an early one, or quite an old one. You know, the silver stamp now today that we know of is 925. So really, really cool piece. I don't know if we can clean the center out there, or whether he's supposed to be hollow. No, he's not. And we can clean all the lettering out though once we get home, and give him a bit of a polish up. What a great piece. The little New Zealand Kiwi badge. Let's keep going. 100% there was kids here. Look at our next find coming out. That is a little toy Lesney little fuel truck, I think. Wow. He was coming in at a high signal, 63, 64, just like a little half rue penny would do. And to be honest, that's all I thought it was going to be. I'm pretty excited now though. I've just seen the little toy truck pop out and I thought, oh my God, Lesney toy car, or Lesney toy truck I should say. Oh, aren't they awesome? And I reckon I've got this guy at home. He's a fuel refill truck. So just awesome. Let's clean him up once home though. Let's not touch him too much now. I don't think we've lost the front wheels and the axle. I think that was already gone. Probably the reason why he was thrown out. Look at that. He's still trying to swivel at the base there. How awesome! And look at these little jumping jacks getting around in this paddock. I have to be a little bit careful because they're not poisonous by any means, but they do hurt. They bite you, they hurt. So we'll just keep going, keep light on our feet today, and hopefully we don't have any walk up our jeans and bite us. I think we've done it. I think we've done it. Oh my God! After about 50 odd rue pennies and one little Commonwealth halfpenny, I think we've just got our first silver coin. Yes, we do. Look at that. Huh. I knew there was going to be one here. I was hoping for it to be a florin, but I tell you what, the first silver coin to pop out from this site, being a Ramhead shilling 1957, I can live with that. That is just awesome. So there we go. I knew there'd be a silver coin here too, because you don't drop 28 pennies that we've already dug this morning. And we're going to give you a bit of a count up in a minute. But we've found so many pennies, copper pennies, you know, they don't differentiate what falls out of your pocket. It could easily be a silver, it could easily be a penny, it could easily be a sovereign. You've just got to carry them in your pocket and lose them, don't you? Just like that guy. So that is magnificent. And I was just thinking about whipping the jumper off too, because I'm getting a little bit hot digging out all these coins. Even though it's a bit of a cold day, we're working for them. So we're going to do that, take the jumper off, and we're also going to pull out all the coins that we've dug in the last, what do we got, 11:11, spooky, 11:11 on the watch, so 10:27, we showed you the clock there last time. So in about the last 40 minutes, we're going to show everything that we've dug out. And we're going to whip this jumper off quickly and continue on towards the river, and also give you a look down there. Well, there it is, laid out on the gloves. As I said, for the last 40 minutes, let's just say an hour, we've smashed it. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 full rue pennies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 half rue pennies, and as you just seen, the one little silver shilling coming out, plus a few other little toy cap gun bits and the little toy fuel truck. And not too much rubbish, to be honest. I'm sort of you know, quite content with what I'm digging. I don't mind the rubbish, that's fine. I just move on to the next target. I'll tell you what, we're getting out a lot of coins, so there's no complaints here. All of this has happened just under the tree where we started out, and just working around this salt bush, or sorry, the boxthorn hedge I should say, and also the bulbs springing up. So just amazing what this ground is holding, and I am literally just cherry picking ever so quickly, just swing around crazy and plucking out those high signals. So let's keep going. As I said, I want to sort of venture around a little bit. We are time limited here today. We do have to get out of here by at least well, about 1:30, 2 o'clock at the very latest, to go get the boys from school. And they finish early today, don't they? So we're going to have a little zip around on the detector to finish off the afternoon, or the morning and the early afternoon, and we're going to see if we can hit on a bit more of that success as we go down towards the river. Well, we're making our way down to the river, and once again we're following the Hansel and Gretel trail of coins. We just got a penny out from there. Oh, it's a bit of a messy hole. Fill that guy in a bit better. We also got a penny out from underneath my foot there. So what? Penny. They're all about spaced apart quite evenly, aren't they? We also got another penny just out of that hole there, so that makes 3. Standing back up, and we've got another penny right beside him. So we're onto a bit of a Hansel and Gretel trail of coins, a bit of a running coin spill there, which is quite nice. Nearly everything here is pennies though, I've noticed, apart from that ramhead shilling. They're all the roo pennies. So this site definitely shows a lot later occupation. I'm just trying to concentrate on what we got there. Another roo penny. Some of them are coming out in quite nice condition too. Let's zoom in on this guy. He's a 1956. We've got a bit of water down near the river, or a bit of water, a lot of water. You wait till you get down there and we'll give you a look. It's a big river and it floods quite often. So we might be able to clean these coins up just quickly before we get out of here. If not, we can always do it at home at a later date. We're going to show you at the end of the day though, just what we've got from here. Because it's just amazing. Look, there's another big chunk of glass. So who knows, maybe we're still in the rubbish dump. Another one? Let's have a look at this guy. As you can see, there's 2 targets there. Another one up the back. Another one there. As I said, Hansel and Gretel. Trail of coins. Oh, another one there. Wow, we've got some digging to do. Let's go back to this first guy. Another one there. All those high signals that I love chasing. And another one there. So what's that? 3 or 4 signals that we just found within a matter of what? 30 seconds, a minute. It does not take long at all. Let's go up this back one first. I'll try and do a few of these on camera. Probably going to be rubbish because they were not ringing up as high. Bottle top. That's okay. Didn't even need the pinpointer for that one. Let's have a look at this next one. It's going to be a lot deeper. Lift up heaps of ground. See what's going on. There he is. I can see him straight away. Little screw topper thingamadoof into the pouch. Geez, we're being efficient, aren't we? Let's get on to that next one. 73, 74 this guy was, from memory. Oh, you can hear I'm having to crunch through all that quartz stone. There we go. That bear coin. Look at that. Oh, not just a coin. There's a loop up the top. That means we've got a pendant. Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. I'm so glad I got that on camera. We're on the run of roo pennies, leading our way down to the river. And now we've got a lovely old commemoration pendant. A king or queen, I don't know. I'm just trying to look on the front. It's going to be a coronation though. I do think I have one of these at home. Let me zoom in. So I think 73, 74 we said for this guy, and he is a King George IV and Queen Elizabeth II, a coronation pendant, or King George V, sorry, to commemorate the Majesty's coronation, May 12th, 1937. We do have quite a few of these at home. Look at the condition. Oh, it's a stunner. Right underneath the gum tree. How picture perfect is that? That is awesome. Let's sit him down. We'll just leave him there for the time being, because we don't need to put him in the pouch and ruin him. Now, where was our next target? I think up and over here was number 4 or 5. Isn't that funny too? We have not even had to use the pinpointer just yet for any of those targets. And that ground is so dusty and nice to dig in. And there we go. We're finishing off with a bottle top on our last one. Bits of glass everywhere. But that was awesome. A run of pennies, then the pendant. And we're not even at the river yet. Look at that. We've still got another, what, 10, 15 meters to go. Oh, I'm going to go take that pendant now. And we're going to go sit him under the gum tree carefully. Under the other gum tree where we started over. where all the rest of the coins are, and we're going to jump back up on back on that detector. We're not going to jump on it, that'll break it, and we're going to jump back on the detector and see if we can find a heap more wonderful treasures. Well, I think we've just done it. We're working our way down towards the river, still about 5-10 meters off the bank, and look at that, we've got our first Old English halfpenny, Cedar Britannia, Queen Victoria, I presume, on the back. Let's have a bit of a look, see if we can see. It was a solid 50 on the Equinox 900 there. To be honest, I thought it may have been a bit of rubbish. But, oh no, Edward. It's an Edward design on the back. So he's a little bit later, probably around the early 1900s. That is still magnificent to find though, because everything else has been dating around the 1940s, 1950s. We have had a few Commonwealth pennies coming out, but majority of them being the Roo pennies, the later pennies, the later type design. So as I said, we're not far from the river. We're slowly getting there. There's just too many targets in between. I'm struggling to keep up. Let's keep going, and we will see you down on the bank of the river. So we're down here on the river now, guys, and I'm just sitting here taking it all in. It is just magnificent. And not only that, we're actually having a few of the fish jump out of the water. I know it sounds silly, but you got all those bugs sitting on the surface, and I think that's what's attracting them. And I've had a couple of splashes over behind me, over this way. Spin around, nothing's there, but there's a big ripple breaking the water. So I dare say the fish are jumping out, and it's feeding time. This river floods quite immensely too. I'll just say there quickly, let me zoom in, it'll give you a great understanding of what I'm saying. Whoa, that was quick. Look at all the leaf litter up in the trees there, all the grass and reeds stuck up in the trees. And that's pretty high up the bank. You can just imagine the water level being right up there, and the water flowing down very, very powerfully down this creek. So look, I'm not expecting to hit on any bottles or, see any remnants of, tin or lead or, anything like that down here. Even if it was dumped down here, it's probably been well washed down the creek. However, what I am seeing, and what I'm sitting on right now, is a lot of this glass that's probably leached out of the bank. You can see this guy, he's been in a fire. He's been hot and melted. And there is a bottle dump just up the creek a bit further. And it was the town's bottle dump. Once again, I know that because of Betty. But the house site that we've been detecting is directly above us, straight up that bank there. So look, I'd say a lot of what we're seeing here has come from the house site above, and not from the local town dump, a couple of 100 metres or a couple of k's, I should say, up the creek. A lot of this would just be from the rubbish dump from the house above. So just stuff everywhere. Glass and bones and tin, nails. Amazing. I dare say that's even part of an old torpedo bottle. No, maybe not. He's got a flat base. But look, so interesting. Even got a brick there. So interesting walking along the creeks. And as I said, I don't expect to find, bottles or anything, down along here. Because they would have been well and truly washed away. But what you are seeing is where they were dumping some of their rubbish, and where it was coming out down off the bank. So very interesting, very interesting. Look, there's a heap more glass up here. Unreal. Who knows, there may be even a bottle caught in that boxthorn hedge. Let's get back up to the detector now, because we are time limited. We've had a look at the creek, we've enjoyed it. I can't see any more fish jumping out of the water, jumping out and breaking the surface there before. Feeding on the bugs. Very cool though, very cool. Before we get back up this hill, I'm just going to have a bit of a scour around in that boxthorn hedge and just make sure I'm not missing anything. Did you see that? I'm just about to head up the creek and we've got carp jumping out of the water. Ah, that's awesome. That is awesome. I just caught that on film. Only just, I think. Let's see if we can get him again. As I said, it is feeding time and they are jumping. I'm going to bring a rod down here with the boys, and we're going to throw a line in one day and we're going to pull out some fish. Because we know they're here, we can see them. We've found a few lead sinkers too. indicating that there was quite a bit of fishing going on here. So, and what a great spot to fish too. Come on, do it again. You're not gonna now. That was awesome. I really hope I caught that on camera. Wow, that was cool. All right, that's enough of that. We don't have time to stand and watch for fish jumping out of the water. Let's get back up the bank. As I said, we'll bring the boys back here and we'll do a bit of fishing and detecting at the same time. Rightio, so back to our target, that being the old rue penny, a coin that we left in the hole so we could go show you the creek down there and the fish jumping out of the water. How awesome was that? So 1951 rue penny is our next one, in quite cracker condition too. We better stop mucking around too, because it's just gone 10 past 12. And as I said, we are very time limited today. We've only got probably another hour left to dig at this site, and then we best pack up and head for the car and get out of here. So another hour digging. Let's see how many more coins we can pull out. I think we've got about another 10 in the pouch already, plus we've got about another 20 under the tree. So let's keep going and let's see how many more we can find. Stop it! Another one? Look at that! They're just coming out like chook feed, and it is really surprising me. You know, I know I've had some standout sites in the past. It'd be nothing to go there and dig 100 coins in one day. This is going to be another one of them. I'll tell you what, I think we're up to about 30, 40 coins, and very minimal rubbish. Apart from the big old chunky hunky bit of lead that we just found. That's okay. Probably about 10 cents worth of scrap there. So we're going to get him out of here, and like you've seen in the other week's video where we sort, save and scrap all our stuff, all our rubbish, we're going to get paid for this guy one day, so well worth the effort to remove him. Well, we've just emptied off the pouch yet again, so we've got a nice clean empty pouch. Everything's sitting over there underneath that gum tree there. We've done 2 rounds now, two empties of the pouch, so we've got a lot sitting over there, a lot of coins included. But here is our next find that we walked away from to go empty off, the little love heart pendant or brooch, I don't quite know. He's got some nice colouring stones in there, pink and blue and green. It looks like even gold gilding on it. So what a ripper, what a beautiful piece. Nice to be finding something different than a coin. But I'll tell you what, even if that was another rue penny, I would have loved it because I'm having a cracker of a day. So that is a magnificent little find into the clean pouch. We've got about another half hour, 40 minutes to dig here today. As I said, we've got a lot under the tree over there, but we're going to try and get a little bit more. We're being greedy, aren't we? That's okay though. So we'll continue on the detector. As I said, fill up the pouch for round 3, and then we're going to do a wrap up and show you everything that's come out of this site today and for the past few hours. Well, that'll be our next target, and it sounds like a cracker. And not only that, we've got that guy there, plus we have a few more as we lead our way back towards the bulbs there. So we're going to dig them all out on camera, and while we do, I'm sort of going to set the record straight a bit and just let you guys know what's going on. So the other week there, I mentioned about a lady named Rosemary. Now, Rosemary I met in a park about 2 years ago, and she walked up to me and she said, mate, well, she introduced herself first, but then she asked, what does your detector find, and what are you looking for, and how deep does it go? And yeah, we just struck up a conversation, struck up a bit of a friendship there. Anyway, long story short, Rosemary mentioned to me that when she was a little girl, her mother and her went down to the local creek on the family farm that ran through the family farm, I should say. They went down there, and she helped her mum throw out all the old silverware. Now, I know it sounds crazy. Sterling silver, you know, silver platters and plates and cups and dishes and cutlery and what have you, all come from England, she said, when her mother and father settled here in Australia. Just a toothpaste tube, that guy. I'll move you on to the next as we continue this story. Long story short though, she dumped it all down the creek with her mother once upon a time, and she really wanted to go try and find it. And I said to her, well, she asked me, could I help find it? And I was more than happy to go do so. It just was the wrong time of the year. Well, we all know how quick time flies, and before we knew it, 2 years had went past. But then Rosemary called me there the other day, and she said, mate, I haven't forgotten about you. And would you still like to go and try and find that lost silverware down on the bank of the river? So we teed up a day, Rosemary and I, even with her husband there. Oops, tripping over the shovel. And it was supposed to happen all Tuesday. Tuesday just gone. Now, this is where it gets tough. Rosemary rang me on the Thursday last week to organise all of this, and she was super excited. Yeah, Rosemary's 80 odd years old, but she sounded full of excitement, full of life, and ready to go and look for her mum's lost treasure down on the bank of the river. And so was I. Don't really know where to go with this anymore, but I got a call from, over the weekend, I got a call from her daughter. Actually, Rosemary's phone. I said, Rosemary, how you going? No, sorry, Luke, it's not Rosemary, it's her daughter. And she said, Mum's not well. She's been taken into hospital. Unfortunately, she's not going to be able to make it Tuesday. She'll get back to you. So that was okay. And I thought, oh, you know, hope she's okay. And it's not good to hear that Tuesday's now cancelled. But we'll get to it another time. It's been waiting 2 years. It can wait a lot longer, or wait a little bit longer. Well, sadly, it couldn't. It's hard to say this, but Rosemary passed away over the weekend, and it is a bit hard for me to talk about it. Rosemary, excuse me, was not just a lady who approached me that day. She was a family friend. And I suppose it's all just hit me quickly. We don't always have the time that we think we do, like Rosemary thought she did. I suppose the reason why it gets me so upset is because I've lost a lot of mates over my life, just through stupid shit. And that didn't happen to Rosemary, just old age, but the sudden loss of life, you know, it just gets me. It's hard to deal with, and my pa went the same way. My nana went the same way. It's just, life's not fair sometimes. Not fair at all. So look, that's the record straight with that story. I don't think it's going to be something that we'll touch on. And if we do, it'll be with Rosemary's husband. And that's if he wants to do it. You know, there's no pressure. And I'm not going to reach out to him. I'd prefer if he reached out to me, if he wants to still pursue that. So anyway, sorry for the blabbing and the talking and getting a bit emotional, but that's just who I am. So yeah. Anyway, keep detecting, keep pulling these coins. I didn't want to turn today into thinking about that too much, but some will be wondering what's going to happen with that story. Well, that's it. So I tell you, we are on to some good luck with this brand new site. It is just amazing. I've just been doing circles humming around here. Oh, look, there's still more targets to go. We got a penny out from that hole there though. We've got a couple of pennies from around here, I think about 2 or 3. We've got a bottle top from that back hole there, another penny in front of the shovel, a penny up there near the stick, and then another penny which I just filmed and mucked up, so I'm going to end up deleting that clip out. But we did just get another penny from there, standing up and about to hit the camera on again, which I did. And look at that, we've got our next signal. So we missed that guy there, however we're going to get this guy in front of him. Surely to be another coin. We are on a run of good luck, I tell you. So I'm sorry to drop that story on you too, you know. I flicked the camera off there and I thought, did I do the right thing by explaining that and sharing it? And getting a little bit sad and upset myself as I spoke about it, because that's just who I am. I think it's sad. Anyway, I think it's a sad story, but I'm glad I shared it, because as I said, there will be people out there wondering, well, when's Luke going to go down and with that lady find all those silver pieces? Because I've been speaking about this story in videos and on Facebook, and it's something that I've been really, really itching to do, and it's been a great story to be following along with. It's just unfortunate that it may not come to anything now. And that's not the problem. The problem is that the world's lost a wonderful person. So, Rosemary. So, wonderful lady. Anyway, enough of that. Next target, 1950 Roo. And a cracker. The coins are coming out by the chook feed, by the dozen I mean. Spread around like chook feed, I should say. They're everywhere. And we're in the paddock here. We're not really having to dig too clean. Like, you know, dig clean, but just fill the dirt in. Don't worry about the grass. It's just a paddock, just sheep and horses. So let's keep going. Let's see if we've cleared that signal. We have, but we've got more around him. So let's continue on. Keep plucking these coins out. I think we've got about another 10 minutes to go, and then we best pack up and get out of here. Lucky Luke, check that out. We've got our next silver coin, and that is also what's going to finish us up. We've been humming around here, picking up coin after coin after coin. Hole there, about 58 holes over there. We've just been working around this same little area. It is just phenomenal. And there we go, another high signal, thinking it to be a penny, another Roo penny, and we've got ourselves a nice little silver coin. That be a wheat threepence, a 1944 design. There's got to be a florin around here, I tell you. That's all I keep thinking. Every penny that pops out, I think, is that a florin? One of them is going to be though. We just got to keep digging our way through the pennies. That's quite okay. We've got a lot. This is our third round too, remember? We've emptied the pouch off twice. And look at that. They're just coming out by the dozen. So I dare say we've probably got 50 odd coins today. In a matter of, 2.5 hours. Plus filming, plus talking, plus wandering down looking for fish jumping out of the water. We've had a killer of a day. So as I said, that is our last target right there. We're going to finish up. We're going to get you under the tree. We're going to do a count up, all 3 rounds, and see exactly how much we've got. So as I said, we've done 3 rounds today in a matter of about 3 hours, and we've got a ton of coins here to show you a look, and not just what's in the pouch there though. I remember we did round 1 and then we went for round 2. So what's just sitting on the pouch there is only just round 3, plus a bit of rubbish down at my feet, as you can see. We've got a lot of common culprits coming out, the tin and the lead and the wire. Not so much any rust though. We've done really, really well, avoiding the trashy signals and just picking up on the nice high tones, trying to understand this site. So I think that's all the coins. Let's tip the rest of the rubbish out now. So 3 hours on the Equinox 900, digging with the horseshoe button on, and to be honest, a lot of everything I've been digging is the high signals. You can really see that there with the bottle tops and the brass items, the fork and the lead in it and what have you. But I have been listening to it all. We've been keeping the horseshoe button on and having everything come through the machine. So now it is time to take all 3 rounds that we've got, round 1, round 2 and round 3, and let's put them all out in the pouch here and show you a look, do a count up and see exactly what we found today. And that is about it for us today there, guys. We have had an exceptional day walking out into the paddock here, and bingo, we hit on a magnificent old house site. A big thank you to Betty, my new best friend, because I tell you what, it may have been a house site that I found in years to come, looking on the map, because I do have maps for this area and I can see an old house allotment down here. But Betty sparking my memory there the other day and saying, mate, there used to be a house down there, you better get down and check it out with your detector. Well, I tell you what, thank you, Betty. For round 3, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18 copper pennies and 1 little silver threepence. How nice is that? So 19 coins for round 3. Round 2, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and 14 copper pennies for round 2. Not to mention, we also got that awesome little New Zealand Kiwi badge. And we also got the May 12th, 1937, let me bring you in there, a commemoration badge. So just a ripper, King George and Queen Elizabeth on the back there. We've found quite a few of these. They're generally gold gilded. He may still have a little bit left. We just have to wait until we get home and clean him up. So a great day, 19 pennies on that side, 14 in the middle, but we're not done yet. We still had round 1. So round 1 we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Whoop, I mucked up counting. Start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and a shilling. So 18 coins for round 1. So each round we were sort of varying the same amount of coins. But that is just magnificent. We're walking away with some 50 odd coins today, plus a little toy tanker, a fuel tanker, a silver Kiwi New Zealand badge, a couple of lead sinkers, the little love heart pendant, my favourite find. I love that piece. And a little bit of rubbish off to the side here, as you can see. So nothing too important, a lot of bottle tops, the old internal piece of the spigot tap, the old fork, which will clean up quite nice, but the rest of it just rubbish, and rubbish that we can scrap, sort, save and scrap and get paid for, like this big chunky bit of lead. So anyway guys, that is about it. We're hiding behind the gum tree. The wind is starting to pick up, the rain is even coming on its way, so we need to pack up and get out of here, take our 50 coins and come back again another day and really hit this site hard, and not only just for 3 hours, for about 10. So anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like, comment, subscribe button below, and I look forward to seeing you on that next adventure.